What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're going to be doing a Sugo preview video, just overviewing the brand new units coming in the brand new SUGO-Fest with the CP9 units. So this is going to be a really cool batch of units, and yeah, so if you guys didn't see my video a couple of days ago, I did overview that there will be a Zero Stamina event aisle coming to One Piece Treasure Cruise very soon, and it's a couple of days before the SUGO-Fest actually starts, and it basically will overview the new units that will be coming in the SUGO-Fest. So it will be overviewing the CP9 units, so that is going to be really awesome. So if you do go in to enjoy today's video, make sure to smack the like button down below, as it's always greatly appreciated. But before we do that, let's just go ahead and get straight into today's video. So the first unit we're going to be covering is Crew Midori CP9 Strongest Generation, and he is a 5-star unit, which does evolve from a 4-star unit. He has 4 socket spots. All of the CP9 units in this batch actually have 4 socket spots. Now this guy in particular, Crew Midori, is a strength powerhouse striker. So powerhouse, also known as the tough type, is the brand new class coming to One Piece Treasure Cruise pretty soon. So it's actually going to be really awesome. We're going to be getting a new class, being the powerhouse class. And at level 99 at max, he has nearly 2,500 health, just over 1,000 attack, and 355 recovery. So a very high recovery stat there. And his captain effect is pretty much like Whitebeard or Squad, where if you're under 30% health, you will get 3 times attack to strength units on your team. So it's actually not that bad of a captain effect. It can be used pretty well, especially with the Moby Dick ship. It can be used pretty easily. And his special, which starts at 21 turns and maxes at 15 turns, will switch orbs between slots 3 times and then lock all orbs for a turn. I think that's actually a pretty powerful special, depending on what type of units you actually run on a Crew Midori team, or if you put him on a specific team, he actually can be pretty useful, you know, getting that ability, not only just to switch orbs 3 times, which can just allow you to just, you know, get matching orbs on pretty much nearly all of your units. You can also lock orbs for a turn as well, which is really nice. It means that not only you can just switch orbs to get your, you know, the right units to get the matching orbs, but you can also then lock it for a turn, so you can do it again in the following turn. So I think this is actually a pretty nice special. A little bit of a shame that we won't get his skill books for a while, but overall a pretty decent unit in the batch. Next up on the list, we have Fukuro, CP9 Strongest Generation. Now, he is a 5-star unit as well, and he does have 4 socket spots, as I mentioned earlier. All of the CP9 units will have 4 socket spots, and he is a Psi Powerhouse Fighter type unit, and very similar stats to Crew Midori, which was the previous unit we just covered, where he has nearly 2,500 health, a little over 1,000 attack, and 353 recovery. So pretty similar stats. And his captain effect is where it boosts the attack of Psi characters by 2 and then recovers 3 times this unit's recovery in HP at the end of every turn. Overall, you know, there's just much better Psi captains than this guy. It's just overall, you don't really want to be using him as a captain, really. However, his special can be used in some situations where it will alter Dex and Quick Orbs into Psi Orbs. So there are some specific dungeons that will enable you to actually use this to its full potential and get, you know, a full team of, you know, matching orbs for your Psi team. But overall, in just general play, I don't think he'll be used that much in a Psi team, but he is there if you guys do get him. You know, it is a very nice orb manipulator for Psi team, but just overall, you know, there's just better units to use. You know, you got like Garp and Mr. 2, that combination is very strong. So overall, not the best of units, probably on the weaker side of these units in this batch, but still, you know, there's Fukuro, the CP9 Strongest Generation. Next up on the list, we have Bluno, CP9 Strongest Generation, and he is an Int Powerhouse Free Spirit unit. So that's a little bit different from what we've seen before, where it actually utilizes 2 of the new classes that were introduced. So it doesn't have any of the original 4 classes as his classes. It has Powerhouse and Free Spirit, which is pretty cool. Now at max level, at level 99, his stats are pretty crazy. So 3,502 health is very good for a 5-star unit. You know, that's very high. And his attack is a little over 1,000, you know, nothing that good. And then 168 recovery, so it's pretty standard, you know, pretty standard stats, but that health is just off the charts. It's very good. Now his captain effect will boost the attack of Int characters by 2 times, and then reduce damage received from Psi enemies by 30%. Sort of the same thing as Fukuro, where it's a decent captain effect, but there's just better captains to use in that same situation. So, you know, you got like Tao Nami, Whitey Bay, you got Gecko Moria, and you even got like Rayleigh as well. You know, Rayleigh is just an overall great unit, great int unit. So overall, there are better, you know, captains to use in the same situation, but if the situation does come up, you can still use him. He's still not that bad. And his special ability, which maxes at 14 turns, will reduce damage received by 50% for 1 turn, and then boost the attack of powerhouse characters by 1.75 for 1 turn. That is absolutely crazy. 100% if you guys want to be running a powerhouse team, you need this guy in your team. You know, 1.75 times for a turn, that's just crazy. That is some crazy shit. It's really, really good. You need to get this guy if you are definitely wanting to run a powerhouse team. 100% need this guy. So following Bluno, we actually have Jabra, CP9 Strongest Generation, and Jabra himself has the exact same classes as the previous unit we just covered, being Bluno, being a powerhouse and a free spirit unit. However, he is actually a quick unit in this batch, so that's pretty nice. And at max level, at level 99, he has just over 3,000 health, just under 1,300 attack, and 166 recovery, so very, very nice stats actually. You know, 1,300 attack, 3,000 health, very, very good. And his captain effect will boost the attack of powerhouse characters by 2.5. So, you know, this is pretty nice. If you need to run a powerhouse team, you definitely want this guy as your captain. Very, very strong captain effect. Obviously, if you don't get the 6-star Lucci, this guy is like the next best thing as a powerhouse captain. Very, very good. Now his special, which starts at 22 turns but will max at 15, will deal 15 times this character's attack in quick damage to one enemy, and then amplify the effects of orbs by 1.75 for a turn. So overall, you can just see a little bit of a combination going on between Jabra and Bluno. You know, 1 turn you can not only boost the attack of powerhouse characters by 1.75, but you can then amplify the orbs by 1.75. And if you guys, when we get down to Lucci, the 6-star Lucci, we can also talk about that with this combination with Jabra and Bluno and Lucci. There's a very nice combination between these 3 units. And yeah, overall, if you guys want to be running a powerhouse team, as I'm saying, you definitely need this guy as your captain. If you guys don't get Lucci, of course, this guy's very, very good. And not only that, as just a powerhouse unit in general, like, just as a quick unit in general, just as a really good special in general, to just boost the orbs by 1.75 for a turn. Very, very good special, which is so, so good. So overall, I think this guy's one of the best units in the batch, and you definitely should be trying to get it. And it also is going to be quick up during this SUGO-Fest as well, so you have a high chance of getting Jabra, and the next unit we're going to be covering, which is Khalifa. And now we have Khalifa, CP9 Strongest Generation. Now, Khalifa here is a quick cerebral fighter, so she is actually not even a powerhouse unit altogether. She's a cerebral fighter, and at max level, at level 99, she has just under 2k health, she has just under 1k attack, and then 473 recovery. That is nuts! 473 recovery. Now, a captain effect will boost the attack of cerebral characters by 2.25 and also their recovery by 1.5. So, not even a bad captain effect, actually. You know, 2.25 to cerebral, that's pretty nice. And then, you know, that recovery boost is also really good as well, especially because her recovery is so, so high as well. Now, her special ability is what makes this unit so unique. So, if you activate this special, and your HP is above 50%, you get a 50% damage reduction for that turn, which is pretty nice. Now, if your HP is between 50% and 10%, you get an 80% damage reduction, and then if your HP is below 10%, you get 100% damage reduction for that turn. Now, you guys might be wondering, you know, what is, you know, so crazy about this special? Well, the thing is, she fits perfectly into a 6-star Crocodile team. Now, the reason why that is because with Crocodile, with that 6-star Crocodile, you really want to be at the lowest HP possible to get the highest multiplier with Crocodile's captain effect. So, when you're below 10%, obviously you have a high chance of dying. You know, the next hit could be your last hit in that dungeon. So, by having Khalifa on your team, it just enables you to survive any hits. So, you can just use all your specials, including Khalifa, do a lot of damage, and if you don't end up killing the unit, or the boss unit of the dungeon, then you have that damage reduction for that turn. If you're under 10%, you just negate all damage, which is so, so good. The thing is that her special is quite high with 21 turns starting. It does max at 14 turns, however, but we probably won't be getting her skill books for a very long time, which is a little bit annoying. But overall, if you guys do get this unit, she does fit perfectly into a Crocodile team, and her captain effect is just so, so nice for those cerebral teams if you guys don't have Crocodile yet. So overall, Khalifa is up there with Jabra, I would say, with the best units in this actual batch, in my personal opinion, and definitely one of the units that I want to be getting. And as I said previously, she's a quick unit, so you actually have a higher chance of pulling her in this upcoming SUGO-Fest. So here we are at the second last unit of this batch, and here we have Kaku, CP9 Strongest Generation. He is a Dex Slasher Powerhouse type unit. Very, very nice classes there. Now at level 99, he has 2,440 health, he has 1,325 attack and 272 recovery. Very nice stats overall. He's very well balanced, very strong attack, decent health, and pretty decent recovery actually for a slasher unit. Now his captain effect will boost the attack of Dex characters by 2 times and then boost damage of Dex specials by 2 times. Now a lot of people get confused with this type of captain effect. When it says it doubles the damage of Dex specials, that will only double the damage of either, you know, the specials that say 15 times or 10 times this character's attack, or if it says random, if it does random damage. So, you know, random damage would be like Monster Chopper special, or Log Luffy special, anything like that. It will only double those types of specials. It will not double the fixed damage or percent damage specials. So, namingly, Mihawk. So a lot of people think that, okay, so you boost the damage of Dex specials by 2 times, I'm going to get double damage dealt with Mihawk. That doesn't work like that. It does not change percentage cuts with specials. It only does the multiplier of damage specials, and the random damage specials will get the double boost. Now if you do have a double Kaku lead, you get 4 times damage boost for your Dex specials. And the reason why this is actually really good is because he himself has random Dex damage to all enemies for his special, which can actually get multiplied by crazy amounts. And actually, this team with Kaku, double Kaku, and a whole bunch of other units can actually pretty much kill NL in nearly 1 turn. It's really, really good. The raid boss NL, very, very strong. And just overall, Kaku himself has actually a decent special, randomizing orbs. So if you're using like a matching orb socket at max level, and then you randomize your orbs, if you get dealt really bad orbs in a dungeon, you can just randomize them and then get a higher chance of, you know, getting matching orbs for your team. So overall, he's actually pretty decent. Can be using a powerhouse team, can be using a slasher team, can be using a Dex team. So those teams are all really powerful already, so he just fit nicely into nearly every team, and overall, a really good unit. I would say he's probably mid-tier though, probably mid to high tier. I don't think he's one of the best units of this batch, but he's actually just a really nice unit to get. So if you guys do get him, very strong unit to use against some of those quick raid bosses. And the time is finally here, guys. We've finally arrived at Rob Lucci, CP9 Strongest Generation. He is the brand new 6-star unit within One Piece Treasure Cruise. He is just amazing. So, he's a strength powerhouse fighter type unit. Now, at max level at level 99, he has 3,230 health, 1,456 attack. That is crazy. And then 382 recovery, which is pretty negligent because we'll go through that in a second. So, his captain effect will boost the attack of powerhouse characters by 3 times if they have a matching orb, and then 2.5 times otherwise. And then will also reduce the crew's recovery to 0. Now that's why his recovery is pretty much negligent. Now, that is just a really, really powerful captain effect. It's like Stronghold Ace-like, where if you have a matching orb, you get 3 times attack, and then you get a lower multiplier if you don't have a matching orb. But the thing is, this compared to Stronghold Ace, is that he gives 2.5 times if you don't have a matching orb, whereas Ace gives you a 2 times. Now, this is pretty nice because 2.5 times otherwise, it's the exact same multiplier that Jabra gives, which is one of the other units in this batch. So, overall, as a powerhouse lead, the best powerhouse lead that you can possibly get. Very powerful. He has 4 socket spots as well, and he is socketable as well because of the Lucci Fortnite. So you can socket him. So this is what makes this unit actually really great on global already, is the fact that you can already socket him, which is really, really good. And also you can also socket guys like Kaku as well, which is really good, and Khalifa, although she's not a powerhouse unit, but you can socket her as well. Now his special though, it starts at 25 turns, maxes at 15 turns, although we're not going to be getting his skill books anytime soon, because they only just came out on Japan, so we're not going to be getting them for a long time. However, it deals 30 times this character's attack in strength damage to 1 enemy, and then boosts the chance of getting matching orbs for 3 turns. Now, I'm going to go back to where I said with Blue Note and Jabra, and then you include Rob Lucci into this little combination as well. So Rob Lucci will increase your chance of getting matching orbs for 3 turns, and if you count sockets into that as well, you know, it's going to be really, really high. And then, when you get your matching orbs, You can then use Jabra Special to amplify the orbs by 1.75 for a turn. Then you use Blue Nose Special to amplify your powerhouse characters by 1.75 for a turn. Overall, that combination together is just immense amounts of damage output. It's very, very good. And if you bring an orb blocker as well, that would be really, really good. And then you can just lock your orbs, and then you can go absolutely ham with a powerhouse team. So overall, I think Rob Lucci is going to be very, very powerful. He can't clear like everything in the game, but he's still a very powerful legend to use. You know, probably will be able to clear most of story mode, if not all of story mode. And he'll be able to clear some raid bosses as well. Overall, I think he's a really good unit. I'd probably, like, if I had to give him, like, a tiering, like, low, mid to high tier, he'd be in the mid tier of Legends, maybe mid to high tier of Legends, probably just the mid tier of Legend. Overall, he's pretty decent and the best powerhouse captain we have thus far in One Piece Treasure Cruise. So that is going to conclude yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. And if you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to smack the like button down below, as it's always greatly appreciated. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, then make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.